Well, life here in the islands is getting harder for many residents who are struggling to make ends meet. And as KITV4's Kristen Concilio reports, children and young adults living in poverty have even greater challenges making it as adults. It's all new at 6.
As the state grapples with a growing homeless crisis, a small nonprofit here in Kailua is helping to break the cycle of homelessness among youth. For 23-year-old Juan Hernandez, finding a secure place to help him get on his feet was a lifesaver. He's been living for the past month at Residential Youth Services and Empowerment, known as RISE, which offers housing for youth with nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's hard being on my own and stuff, with no financial support from others.
Hernandez moved to the islands from Chicago to try to make a better life for himself. He'd been homeless off and on, following the same path of some of his family on the mainland.
It was very difficult, couldn't really get the proper rest and stuff, couldn't really talk to the right people, people just looking at you a certain way because, you tell them your situation, they just view you a certain way.
RISE operates an emergency shelter and offers transitional and long-term housing for youth 18 to 24 and minors as young as 14, many of them coming out of foster care, the juvenile justice system, and from families living on the streets. The nonprofit's starting a new permanent housing program this year with low rent so youth can go to school or work to build income skills.
Homelessness can be very, very daunting. We see it everywhere that you look. But we are creating inventory. This idea that a young person who doesn't have any social supports, who has not yet met their educational or employment goals, that they can afford to live in Hawaii on their own, it's not feasible.
The agency also offers mental health treatment and teaches life skills, including budgeting, how to be a good tenant and neighbor, and to be successful living on their own.
These are young people that, given the opportunity to have a roof over their head and to have caring, loving adults surrounding them and allowing them to just kind of spread their wings and rise.
RISE counts about 300 children and young adults in need every year in Hawaii. More than 180 come through the program annually, helping them to avoid becoming chronically homeless adults.
Like they say, it's like a disease and stuff, you just kind of stuck in it, and it's kind of like not that many people make it out. So I feel very fortunate.
Kristen Concilio, KITV4 Island News.